Hello fight fans, Mr. Rickster here with another talk video from outside the corner of Fans Perspective. Want to talk about Tyson Fury. Did an interview with High Performance a few weeks ago now, I think, and it was quite interesting because he was just talking about how he suffered like mild amnesia, like memory loss, after the Wilder 3 fight. And it's one of the reasons why you hear him talk so much about retirement, because he basically didn't know where he was after the Wilder fight. He just after the fight he went on to say that like he had lumps the size of tennis balls on the side of his head, and he was just his head was pounding and didn't quite really know where he was or what he was doing. And when he woke up in the hotel room the next morning, he actually didn't know what hotel he was in. Didn't even know that he was in Vegas. And I think it scared him and it worried him, and he turned around. That's when he turned around and said to his wife, "No more, I'm not doing it anymore." And Paris, bless her, his wife, said, "Thank God for that. I think it's time, that we put things in place where he retires and just enjoys his family." But it's the first I've heard of it. I've never heard any of it before. It's hard with Tyson Fury because you never know whether he's telling the truth. But I don't understand why you would lie about something like that. So I don't think he's lying. I truly believe that at heart he's a family man, isn't he? He loves his family, he loves his kids, his wife, his brothers, his dad, and one thing and another. And when you go through something like that, boxing's a dangerous sport. We need to remember that. And if he did suffer memory loss through heavy sparring, and obviously Deontay Wilder hitting him as many times, and you know how hard Deontay Wilder hits her, you can't blame him for phoning his Frank Warren up and saying I'm not fighting anymore, and doing the same with Mauricio Sullivan, which is the WBC president. Tyson sort of laughed and said he's got about 8 messages off me, which all say I'm basically retiring. And as I say, I think I genuinely believe that he did want to retire, and he didn't want to continue because of having that sort of health scare, and look, you don't want to, we've seen it before with boxers. Too many times punched in the head and too many fights. Look at Muhammad Ali and all that sort of thing. It's very dangerous. So, you can't blame him for sort of saying that's it. I need to like sort of not turn his back on the sport, but he needs to retire through health reasons. But the problem is Tyson Fury just can't keep away from the sport. And he turned round like and said to his wife Paris that I owe it to the fans to have another fight in this country. I owe it to the fans. So that's where the Dillian White fight came. And obviously just he talked to Frank Warren about like retiring, and Frank said, well, you might have to just have one last fight, just do your mandatory, so that's where that come about. But that was definitely going to be his last fight, and that's why he always said when he was fighting Dillian White, like, this is going to be my last fight. But obviously then the Chisora thing happened, so I don't quite know why he continued after that. I think some of it is like the Dillian White was one of the biggest boxing events ever over here. It was a sellout crowd at Wembley of over 90,000, wasn't it? So, he's addicted to it. So, I don't, as hard as he wants to retire and put his health first, he's addicted to it. His mental health is been well documented as well, and he needs it. He can't he can't be a stay-at-home dad, can he? And just sort of, just sort of take the kids on the school run in his Range Rover or whatever. And so he's a fighting man. So, but my, little word of advice, Tyson, I'd put your health first. And if you have been suffering some sort of memory loss, then I definitely wouldn't be continuing with boxing. You've already earned enough money, and to be honest with you, money can't buy your health at the end of the day. So I'll take my hat off for him for what he's done and what he's achieved. But after hearing that, I hope he just takes some advice and, maybe one day call it an end, because just, your health comes first. Just go and enjoy your kids, enjoy your family, and just enjoy your life without with any health problems. So I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll catch you all on the next one when we'll be ducking and diving, bobbing and a weaving. Ciao for now.